We are continuing our lesson about WLAN auditing tools. Uh, there are some kind of network management tools. We'll talk about wireless protocol analyzers, AirCrack NG, and AirShark network management system. We are going to talk about each one of them in detail. The wireless protocol analyzers, they are used for security purposes to reveal and locate devices that are behaving contrary to the rules and protocols of the network. So mainly the network protocol, the wireless protocol analyzers, they are meant to see the devices that are behaving in contrast to the rules of the network. For example, we have a PC that sends something that is not common on the network. So this can be detected by the wireless protocol analyzers. It is used by eavesdroppers and attackers to reveal critical insights in an encrypted systems. So for example, if some kind of unencrypted systems, this is very good choice to make analysis of the traffic. Of course, if you want to analyze the protocol or analyze the traffic, you have to take unencrypted version of the traffic. So if the traffic is encrypted, so you have to find a way to decrypt this traffic first. Then you can use traffic analyzers. Of course, there are some kind of traffic analyzers. They are seeing the breach signature. There is some kind of signature. They can, for example, the virus. If the virus has a signature, and it can be detected even with encrypted data. So some wireless protocol analyzers, they are using even the encrypted data to detect the unrelated behavior. So, for example, just to take care of something important, the excessive, just a minute. So the excessive probing and scanning may indicate a virus infection. And this is important if you are working with analyzing traffic from one side. There are possibility that network intrusion detection system can detect that there is an excessive probing of or scanning of the network. So one side is you are using or scanning your network. The other side maybe in the same network. Your tool you have an intrusion detection system. It can detect the existence of virus, but there is no virus. You are scanning the network. So take care of this. Take care of if you are extensively reading the traffic, maybe this is going to indicate a breach, but it is not actually a breach. This is a false positive breach. We can use Nmap, Nessus, or other network discovery tool because, as I told you, Nmap and Nessus can be used by hackers too. As it is used by the security officers, it can be used by hackers. I wait for a moment for هوقف لي الأذان يا جماعة ثواني كده دقايق كده على ما الأذان يخلص إن شاء الله. One of the network protocol analyzer is AirCrack NG, and AirCrack NG is a suite of software tools consisting of a network detector. This is some kind of collections of a software like network detector, packet sniffer, and the collector and injector. All these, and even a dictionary-based password cracker. All these tools are included in the AirCrack. NG. It has also a protocol analyzer. So you can use aircrack NG for protocol analyzer. Actually, protocol analyzer is different from sniffing. Sniffing is, yeah, they are the same. Actually, they are similar, not the same, similar. Protocol analyzer just detecting the behavior, the bad behavior, or the unneeded behavior. But a sniffer is searching for passwords and secure data. They both use the network traffic. They have a copy of the network traffic and they analyze the network traffic. One is seeking, one of them is seeking passwords and secure data, and the other one here, protocol analyzer, is seeking the un or the malicious behavior, the non-normal behavior, or the abnormal or the not normal behavior, something like that. Is not common behavior. Like, for example, if your protocol saying nobody access the network after 4 p.m. and then you find an employee is trying to try to do something on the network at 12 or 11 p.m. This is this is not common. This is not common traffic because, uh, for example, if the employee is trying to copy 1 terabytes of data, this is not normal behavior on the network, because actually in your network you will find this situation not repeated. It is rare situation. So this is what protocol analyzers seeking. It can run on Windows and Linux. You can use aircrack NG for a protocol analyzer. And also it can be used, the dictionary attack tool, as I told you about the dictionary, is having lots of dictionary words and then the combination of all of these words and test is against your password. One of them may be matching. So the aircrack NG also is a dictionary attack, and it can be used to guess the password used by WIP or WPA protected networks. The Airshark, this is a wired version of the Wireshark, and we have seen a Wireshark together. We have made a lab on Wireshark. It is a network analyzer and the protocol analyzer. Airshark is very, very common for WLAN officials or WLAN security professionals. They are using Airshark for analyzing their network. But actually, as I told you, what you are using is actually in the hands of the attackers. So what you are using is at the same time the hackers use it. It is a good tool for discovering rogue access points and can detect viruses and anomalous activities on a wireless network. The Airshark is another copy of the Wireshark. Wireshark is for wired network and the Airshark is for wireless network. Runs the network interface in a promiscuous mode to capture all traffic on the WLAN. It can capture all traffic on the WLAN and then analyze it. Okay, so it can also pinpoint TCP conversation and threads. This is like can extend the protocol, the common protocol, which is TCP/IP, the three-way handshake. It can give a detailed explanation of the three-way handshake of the TCP/IP protocol. For the network management systems, for the network management system, where we were talking now, we reverse back, get back to this page. I think we finished wireless protocol analyzers. We talk about common protocol analyzers, and we start by speaking about aircrack NG, and then Airshark, and then finally we will see network management systems. This is the final thing, the last thing in this part of the lecture. Airshark and the network management systems. The network management system is given a single point or viewpoint from which the administrator can view, plan, and configure the network. From a specific place, for example, a workstation, it can use his network management tools to manage the network, can view, can plan, can configure the network using single device. This enables the use of a simple network management protocol, SNMP. SNMP is one of the network is common network management protocol. Uh, so if you have a threshold, for example, one of the SNMP management protocol, for example, ping, if you know about ping is a tool for detecting the connectivity of the network. We can have a threshold for number of pings that is allowed. For example, if it is exceeded 100, this means we have an attack. Okay, so you take care of the for example, normally you are using simple network management protocol, but also the hacker can use them, so you can make an alert or trap for the hacker. If he is using the SNMP, you can detect the existence of strangers on the network. Okay, so we have also two types of applications: the open source applications for network management system and the commercial applications for network management system. The open source is OpenNMS, Anidius, and Xenos. All these, actually, as I told you, these are the most common uh, tools used in network management system. Is an open source one, but actually there are hundreds of this type. The network management system applications commercial, the one is commercial and you have to pay some money to get it. WhatsApp Gold, Solar Winds, IBM Tivoli. All of these tools are commercial ones for network management system. Finally, we get to the technology here, the WLAN hardware audit tools. This is talking about hardware type of monitoring and auditing. Typically, we need a laptop with wireless adapter to, for example, to check the existence of an access point. This is very easy. If you open your phone, or cell phone, you open your cell phone and then go to the Wi-Fi tab on your settings, you will find all of the SSIDs of the nearest access points to you. And even with the strength of the signal, you can see the strength of the signal. You know that some dashes are drawing on the icon for the Wi-Fi. You can know approximately the strength of the signal. But of course, as a specialist in WLAN hardware auditing, you have to use some hardware for that. Actually, one of the hardware is Pineapple. This is a microcomputer that runs application scripts, comes loaded with pre-configured attack software. It is a hardware. This is very important. Pineapple is a hardware with software together. Is a microcomputer. So it is pre-configured with attack software such as the Aircrack NG suite and DSNF, Kismet, Karma, Nmap, and TCP dump, among others, and many others. Now you are happy if you have a pineapple, but actually hackers will be happy too because they can have the pineapple. And for WLAN antennas, you have to take care of the type of antenna you are using. You are using omnidirectional antenna or directional or semi-directional antenna. So omnidirectional antenna spread the radio frequency 360 degrees, and for the semi-directional antenna, starting from 100 degrees down to zero to whatever the angle it has, but it is less than 180. Okay. Antenna's power or gain determines the coverage area, so you can know the antenna's power. Using the antenna's power, you can guess. You have omnidirectional antenna, you can just using the configuration on the access point, you can guess the coverage area. But as I told you, you can use heat mappers to heat mappers to check the signal, the strength of the signal, and make a layout of the access points on your map. Uh, Attack tools and techniques. I will here we are going to use what we have learned previously to make some attacks. The first attack, we are going to talk about the frequency jamming. The second one is denial of service attack, and we talked about it previously, but we will see how denial of service attack will help in doing other type of attacks. So denial of service attack is not the only option. We can use denial of service attack to make another attack. I will tell you about it. Hijacking devices and hijacking a session. The radio frequency jamming is very easy to understand because you have a power of your signal. We can have the hacker can have a stronger power, or a signal with a stronger power. This way, if he knows the channel that you are using, he can increase the power of his access point and then jam your traffic or jam your signal. This means your signal cannot be transferred because he's working on the same frequency in the same channel and with very high power. This means he will cut your signal. Of course, you can use jamming to make a denial of service attack. The unlicensed radio frequency spectrum 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, they have this is a major vulnerability for these two types of bands. Of course, you can use specialized products to flood the frequency channel. They are they are used for especially for jamming the frequency or the unlicensed frequency. For example, if I want to make a denial of service attack, there is a stream of de-authentication packets. If the access point received the de-auth packets, it will be busy. I will send millions of these de-auth packets. It will be busy to de-authenticate the access points. Every de-authentication I'm sending to the access point, I send it with a spoofed MAC address. If I send it with a spoofed MAC address, this means I'm sending it with the wrong data, and it is going to de-authenticate from this access point, and then another one, and then another one, and then another millions, and then another thousands, and then it will stay forever making de-authentication. This is going to stop the access point permanently. It cannot continue with the users, and it will drop the client connection. Actually, AirCrack NG, it includes the AirD authentication NG tool. So it causes a network card to hop between channels, finding all access points on each frequency. The aircrack NG is doing that. It help in detecting all the channels. It help in detecting the access point channel and then start to de-authenticate. So the first step in aircrack NG is to find the channels and the access point they are running, the frequency, everything, then start to construct a stream of de-authentication packets. Then the access point will be, the client connection will be dropped accordingly. The de-authentication attack can be easily detected using the wireless intrusion prevention system we talk about if you are using the WIPS or wireless intrusion prevention system. Uh, we can also, the hackers can hijack devices. The most of Windows client devices automatically attempt to attach to a network to which it has previously been attached. So for example, you are using the access point of your company, and then when you return back to your company after a few days, your device will be connected directly to the previously known access points. And of course, your device will favor the signal with the highest transmit signal, the highest power. So maybe the hacker can make use of this, use the authentication packets, and then takes advantage of how client devices attempted to reconnect. So, for example, for example, if a hacker want to attack an organization, it sends the authentication for a specific access point. For example, if access point is called, for example, Aldar1, this is an access point, Aldar1. You go to the university campus and you find an access point named Aldar1. Now, when you try to connect to Aldar1, you will find it is busy or you cannot connect to Aldar1. Then suddenly you will find another Aldar one, the same name, but with stronger power. Your device will connect to Aldar one, even, especially if it is open access. But actually, Aldar one, which is the same, is an evil twin. Is an evil twin. We talked about an evil twin many times before. Is an evil twin. An evil twin is an access point for the hacker. He's trying he's trying to use the same SSID for already existing access point. You will you are trying to connect it to your organization access point, but it is not connecting due to the hacker using the authentication packets. Stop the service of the access point and making denial of service attack. And then you find the same name, exactly the same name, you will connect to it directly. One of such attacks happened before, and I know about it. I read about this type of attacks when bank account, your bank account is stopped, and the the hacker using denial of service attack for stopping your access to the network. It stops your access to the bank account. Then after a while, you find an email coming to your inbox. You open the email and you find it a message from the bank with the logo of the bank saying, "We are sorry about the disruption happened the previous couple of days or the previous couple of hours, and we are sorry about this problem. And to fix this problem, you can click on this link." And you click on this link and you are directed to the hacker's website or even download malicious software. So the hacker here is not using one attack, it is using combination of attacks, denial of service attacks with phishing attack. Here in this example, in this slide, he's using two types of attacks. He's using denial of service attack together with an evil twin attack. For hijacking sessions, actually, this is layer 4 attack. It is not a lower layer attack for MAC addresses or something. It is for layer 4. This means it has to be connected on the transport layer. So if you make an encryption, this is going to stop such attack. No hijacking for your session if you are using encryption. For example, the HTTP has this vulnerability. If somebody is connecting to an HTTP server, maybe is going to be attacked by hijacking his session. So, of course, if you know about HTTPS, is a session-oriented. Session-oriented means it has a session and it has a key, and nobody can hijack the session without the key. This is a hijacking the session. There is a solution for this. Even if you are using traditional HTTP, you can use the session ID instead of user credentials, because every session for example, at the beginning of the session, there are some kind of three-way handshake. They are using user credentials. So instead of that, you can send the session ID instead of the user credential. This is one of the solution. The session ID is created when the user logs in to the application for the first time. It has a session ID. Also, to secure your transaction, you have to use HTTPS or SSL. And also prevent anyone eavesdropping on a wireless network from acquiring the username and password. This is all of these solutions will prevent anyone from eavesdropping on wireless network from acquiring the username and password just by using HTTPS and SSL. Also, you sending a session ID instead of user credentials. The last slide here is talking about network utilities, the ping and traceroute, netstat, ifconfig, ipconfig, insider, and hotspot shield. Ping is used for testing the connection between two devices. Traceroute is to find the number of hosts in a route, the route, and it's how many routers the packet passed by. Here, netstat is describing the route table or displaying the route table. ipconfig and ifconfig is displaying the current IP and the subnet mask. Insider is used to navigate the wireless access points and see their SSIDs and other configuration. Hotspot shield is used as a VPN to detect you from the hijacked by an attacker. This is the last slide of today's lecture. So I just want to pass all of this tools. I want to check all of them just by testing them on my device. So I will share my screen, and then we can run CMD. And then first I want to ping something like, let's ping aldar.ae. And I think we should write the full HTTPS www. I think there is one column here, right? Okay, I can go like that, and then aldar.ac.ae. Ping. Okay, what about using, okay, let us ping another website, for example, HTTPS. Also, let us do like that. Now it's working. It's pinging www.taibayu.edu.sa and trying to ping this website and the request timeout. But if you go to the website, it will open with you without any problem. It will open with you without any problem. Okay. So why is that? Anybody knows? Anybody knows the answer?
No, doctor, it's this concept is new for me.
Yeah, if I write here Taibayu, it's going to work. It's not a problem. So why it is not replying to the ping? It is connected. Do you know the reason
Doctor,
for
you mean
this?
it's not replying to you?
Yeah, why is not required to the ping?
Because it has, I think, because it's secured with the SSL certificate.
Yeah, no, no, yeah, it is secured. Okay, let's take some part of your answer, which is it is secured. So it is secured by blocking ping requests. It blocks ping request. It stops accepting ping request, and that's why now we have a ping that display the IP, the public IP of the website, so I can use it instead of the website itself. So 137, 101, 117, 142.75. And it will request timeout again because it stops it stops using this ping. It stops or blocking ping. The website is blocking ping. This is about ping. Ping actually is a test to test if the website, if a website is existing, also if a device on the network is existing. How to know which network you are working with? Just using ipconfig. So you have ipconfig will display the network that you are using. I'm using the network in the range 192, 178, and 190. This is the IP of my device, which is 49. And this is the subnet mask that defines the network part and the host part of my network. So here we used ping to define to, and also the IP config. I'm using IP config to check the IP of my network, of my device, not network. Actually, I can see also the network address space. Also, for trace route, I think it is trace route here in, I don't know if this is in Windows or which one is used in Windows, which one is used in Linux. Let us use the same thing. I can take the same IP and trace route this IP. Yeah, trace route is not recognized, so you have to use trace RT. Trace RT. Now it is going to start tracing the route of the website. So now it is whenever it is passes by, uh, this is the first router. This is my router. This is my local router, which is the router that getting me outside of the network. And this is another routing. The router may be inside the company, the communication company. And this is another router maybe in the district. And this is another router maybe on the area. And this another router maybe on global on the country. And then moving to another country, and then moving to another country, and so on until it reaches the server. It reaches the server that giving me this website, that host this website. So you see, these are all addresses for routers. These are addresses. You know, this is Marsilia. I don't know where, if you Frankfurt and Marsilia, I think they are in Europe. Maybe you are better than me in geography. So you're telling me where is Marsilia and Frankfurt? Okay. Now it is passing by all of the routers up to the server that holds the network. Sorry, that holds the website. Okay. I can stop at any time by pressing Control Z. I think Control Z is going to work. Control C and Control Z together. Yes. And then the last thing that I want to show you is netstat. Netstat command display the routers or the routes that already existing or saved in the routing table. This is the routing table. It is started to display the routing table here. Now, if you want to go to specific location, you can go using this route. Okay. This is routing table if you know about this from network course. Okay. Now, finally, if you have any question about this lecture, you have any question regarding this lecture today?
No, doctor, thank you very much. I understood.
I was about to have an open discussion with you, but actually the
Yeah, doctor. Yeah,
yeah,
because doctor, I thought you will give us a midterm today and then make it an open discussion. But doctor, make
no,
it next week, doctor. It's better because we'll be studying.
no, we have
We have studied it.
next week we have the midterm. Next week, inshallah, we are going to have a midterm. So I think it is okay for today. I think it is okay for today.
Yeah, doctor.
No need to have this open discussion today because we have